Hi guys, Lindsay here with Storybook Family Farm. So if you've seen our last video, you know that I had found a snake shed in our basement. This is not the first time that we've had a snake in the house, but thankfully this time it was a much smaller snake than the last time. The last time we woke up to find a 4-foot long black snake in the living room up by the ceiling. So that was pretty intense last time. So the other day I went down to the basement to get something out of the freezer, and I had noticed that in between two of the freezers there was actually a small snake shed, and I was like, oh, man. And like Tracy is absolutely terrified, like completely and utterly petrified of snakes. So what do you know, today after we made a run to the store to get a few things, she was putting them downstairs and the little snake popped its head out to say hello. Well, Tracy came running up the steps and was pretty much in hysterics and was very, very upset and crying and, you know, all that stuff, because she's absolutely terrified of snakes. So I went down and took a hoe down with me so that way I could try to reach it and try to kill it and that sort of a thing, because that's what Tracy wanted me to do. And so I tried. I couldn't get to it. It had gone underneath of a shelf and the hoe could not fit underneath the shelf. So I was like, oh crap. So it was just a very small, probably 18 inches long, black ribbon snake, eastern black ribbon snake. So they're basically a garter snake. They're very harmless and stuff. But so I couldn't get it. I couldn't take care of it. It slithered off into a crack in the foundation. Not like a bad crack, but you get the point. So I couldn't do anything about it. So I was actually in the middle of baking bread, and I had to run downstairs to get a jar of apples to use in my apple cinnamon bread. And while I was down there, I called Tracy to see if she could tell me where the jar is at, because she reorganized the basement when we moved here. There's Tracy now. And so I'd called her to see where it was at. And while I was down there, I had seen the snake. So I'm like, I'm just going to hurry up and get off the phone and hope that the snake doesn't realize that I'm looking at him and stuff. So I ran upstairs and grabbed some gloves, because where it was at, it was actually in a box of like the little flat box things of canning jars. And he was just sort of like slithering around some of the jars. And I was like, oh God, like this is not good. I'm like, I cannot use the hoe to get in there. I'm like, I'm going to have to grab him with my bare hands. I am not afraid of snakes, but I do not like them at all and stuff. Tracy is petrified. I am not and stuff. So yeah, so basically I was her knight in shining armor right now. And like, even though like I knew that the snake couldn't hurt me, I was still legit afraid that it was going to try to bite me out of like fear, you know, its own fear, because, you know, I did just try to kill it a little bit ago and stuff. But so I put some gloves on and I picked it up right behind the head and I, you know, took it outside. I did not kill it. I took it over to the woods and just sort of like tossed it into the woods, clear back behind the barn. So, because the ribbon snakes are really good snakes, so they eat like lots of small bugs, and, you know, when they get a little bit bigger, they will be able to eat rodents and that sort of a thing. But I really just don't want any snakes in the house. Like, flat out, truth be told, they don't belong in the house and stuff. So yeah, one less snake in the house. So that's good. Hopefully
there's no more snakes in the house.
Yeah, hopefully there's no more. Seeing as how I have been working on, you know, sealing up different holes and stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna get off here so that way I can finish baking bread for tomorrow's market. So if you're enjoying our content, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends on social media, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to help us grow. We'd greatly appreciate it. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.